my theater background. Can you tell I'm a performer? As a kid, I was a really weird, but also awesome kid. I was just really drawn to performance. I did a lot of local theater as a tiny little kid. As soon as I could walk and talk, I was like, put me on the stage. I need a stage. And over time, I think when I was 9 or 10, I then dabbled in professional theater, which I look back on and I'm like, wow, if only I kept going with that part of my life, where would I be today? Who knows? But I will say it's also very nice to kind of blend the real estate and the performance together, which I think I almost kind of did this as a kid, then moved away from it, and now I've kind of blended everything back in this really nice kind of natural way, which I love for myself. But as a kid, I begged my parents to allow me to audition for a professional show in downtown Chicago. I'm originally from the suburbs of Chicago, and this was with the American Girl Company. So I think I had friends. I can't remember the exact story. My parents tell me the story all the time, so I almost am telling the story as they tell it because I was so young. But I think I was in, elementary school, whatever you call it, middle school, and I had a friend. had friends in theater, and somebody was gonna go audition. And then I start looking into it or hearing more through my friends, and I'm begging my parents. I go home, I'm I just want to audition for this. They're like, what? No, we can't do this. We have no time for this. How are we gonna be schlepping you back and forth between Chicago? This doesn't make any sense. I'm I don't care, get me on the damn stage. So I auditioned one year, didn't make it. Begged my parents to let me audition the next time they were in town, bringing in more kids for this professional show. And ultimately, lo and behold, I made it my second time around. Got to play Molly, the American Girl doll, in this show, and it was a crazy time for me. It was really fun. I was in 5th and 6th grade, going to school with a pager because I was also always on call. It was wild. It was fun. It was crazy. But I will say, definitely, I look back and I'm I would do that. I would make my parents let me perform. The whole thing tracks. And then I kind of lost that bone a little bit when I went to college. I wanted to try different things, but I always missed it, man. So I go back to, I start into real estate, and all of a sudden I'm performing again, just in a totally different way. You know what? Life is a stage. You just gotta put me on that stage.